Hello, this is Jet Black with another Rocket City Crime Report. Shout out to Electric Snow, shout out to Dark Ghost, shout out to Showstopper, shout out to Frank Castle, shout out to Silver, shout out to Yellow Blur, shout out to Neo Matrix, shout out to Apollyon Draconic, shout out to Ronin, shout out to Dark Assassin, shout out to Arachnid, shout out to Recon, shout out to Riptide, shout out to Frostbite, shout out to Quickshift, shout out to The Real Watchtower, shout out to Mystic Investigator, shout out to Alleycat, and shout out to Infernus Flame. Recently, there was an attempted rape outside of a library. This library happens to be the library that I volunteer at, and that I've been staking out in search of a fugitive pedophile that the police have been after who has multiple warrants. The fugitive pedophile still hasn't been caught, and this attempted rape could be connected to the fugitive pedophile case. In the attempted rape, it was around 10:30 at night. A woman around the age of 52 years old was attacked, and the man attempted to rape the woman. Now, the police report that came out 2 days after the crime was reported by the woman said that it was just harassment and indecent exposure. Photographs of the 52-year-old woman show that she was badly assaulted with multiple injuries that required staples. She is heavily displeased by how the police are handling this investigation. Whether or not this case has anything to do with the fugitive pedophile I am investigating, who has been frequenting the local libraries, is unknown. However, the investigation is still ongoing, and I am still looking out for the fugitive pedophile, but this case has also been under investigation and will continue to be under investigation in case the two cases happen to be connected. While investigating the SLK graffiti, I was being followed around by a stray dog. So I went up to a woman who was walking dogs and asked if she happened to know anyone in the area who owned a dog like this. The woman said that she may have seen it before, and she used her cell phone because I had left my patrol phone at the house. She used her cell phone to call the number on the caller and agreed to keep the dog until the owners could come and get it. I thought this was really awesome. She then told me about how we all have to look out for these animals and make sure that they can get help because they can't help themselves, and I thought that was really cool. It was another reminder that you don't have to be a crime fighter or a police officer or a firefighter to help out your community. You can just be a normal person who just feels free to help out and would take the time to do that, because she already had multiple dogs herself, so it was really interesting to see her take in a dog and agree to take care of it until its owner can come and get it. I thought that was really nice. When it comes to the SLK graffiti, when I went over to investigate it, the dog that was following me was barking at the dogs that were behind the fence, so I couldn't really stay there and look at the graffiti for long because the owner came out to see what was going on, and I believe the owner to that house may be related to the SLK graffiti because that owner was the person who was responsible for the Hell Road graffiti. So, not being 100% sure if it's the same person who did both graffitis, well, both tags, I decided that I should leave. The SLK graffiti seems to be a marker for drug deals. After that whole incident with making sure the dog got home to its owner, I had to leave and go somewhere else. But as I was leaving, I saw 2 cars pull up side by side and 2 people start talking outside of the window next to the graffiti tag. So they met up at the graffiti tag and started talking, but I was in a car headed out of the neighborhood very fast, so I was only able to catch a glimpse of it. I had heard rumors before from one of my informants in the area who said that drug deals may be happening on Hell Road, and this could be a high indication that this SLK graffiti is a meetup spot for where these drug deals happen. This requires further investigation. In the county, there have been signs of Goon Squad mafia activity, which is a gang that is derived from the Bloods. They're now currently under investigation by the Rocket City crime fighters. The local news did a small post on their Facebook about the Goon Squad mafia, and my friend Chris Conrad alerted me to that. Thank you, Chris, for keeping me updated on that activity. We are currently investigating it. It could be connected to the Southside Bloods, which is a local group of Bloods that we've already been investigating. Dark Assassin and I have agreed to help a woman who is being stalked the best we can. If the police are unable to help her, then we will do our best to investigate and find out who the stalker is and report the stalker to the authorities and have the stalker be arrested. She has the phone number, and she wanted Dark Assassin to trace the number to see if they can find out who the stalker is and report the stalker to the police. We looked for several services online on how to track a phone number, but of course a lot of those are scams or you have to pay a certain amount of money. So we told her to report it to the police in the hopes that the police have the technology to trace phone numbers, which most police departments do. However, this woman is in a foreign country and that may not be the case. I'm pretty sure it is, but if the police cannot help her out in finding out who the stalker is, then we will investigate it further. I'm pretty sure Electric Snow, a fellow crime fighter in Rocket City, has access to a phone number tracking service that actually works and is not a scam. And if the police can't do anything, then maybe we can work with Electric Snow to see if we can trace the number of the stalker and figure out who the stalker is and report them to the authorities. There have been a number of paranormal investigations recently, but instead of doing a paranormal crime report, I am going to do a blog below in the description, and the blog will have information on the paranormal crime from the beginning to where it currently stands in investigation. We've been doing many group patrols, even a large group patrol with myself, Electric Snow, Yellow Blur, and Ronan. We will be continuing to do group patrols. I believe there's even one planned for tonight. I've gotten in contact with Electric Snow on that. Not exactly sure if Yellow Blur and Ronan will be able to accompany me for that. But what we're investigating are these astral beings known as collectors. I believe I've already mentioned them in the paranormal crime report video. But anyways, that investigation is still ongoing and is constantly growing and developing. So if you want to stay updated on that, the blog in the description below. Thank you for watching. This is Jet Black, logging out.